I've been living in Taiwan for 5 years now, and to celebrate that, I'm going to talk about how Taiwan has changed me and how Taiwan has made me more Taiwanese. So the first thing is, in Taiwan, I almost never wear shoes in the house, and I have my own pair of indoor slippers. Now in the UK, I never owned a pair of indoor slippers. This is how Taiwanese I've become. I've got the classic blue and white from 7-Eleven. But in Taiwan, you kind of have this shiny floor, and I don't know, I just feel like my bare feet or even my socks just kind of pick up a lot more dirt as I'm walking along. There are actually some people in the UK that will wear shoes all the time, so they'll get home from work and they'll continue wearing shoes, walk into the living room, sit down, watch TV, have dinner, and the whole time they're just wearing their shoes. I personally never done that. Our house is kind of, we take our shoes off when we get in the house, but if it was inconvenient, like if it was to just go in, grab my bag and walk out, then wearing shoes is absolutely fine. But yeah, I know a lot of people will be disgusted by the fact that people can wear shoes indoors, you know, after being outside and treading on God knows what, and then bringing it all indoors and treading on your floor. Yeah, even when I think about it now, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yes.
Whoa, bro.
What?
Why do you have your shoes on?
What should I have on?
Well, your feet or your socks.
Then my feet or socks will get dirty.
The next thing is that I have my daily showers at night time now. My friends in the UK think it's kind of weird and disgusting that I sleep in bed all day and wake up and not shower. And I used to think that too, but now I'm in Taiwan, not having a shower before bed is just really weird. I think part of the reason is that Taiwan is very hot, so you get very hot and sweaty during the day, and at night time you have the AC on or a fan, so you don't generally sweat that much at night, whereas in the UK it's the opposite. In the daytime it's quite cool and maybe it rains a bit, but you generally won't get sweaty unless you do sports. But at night time you have all these big covers on you, and when you wake up you kind of feel a bit stuffy and maybe a bit sweaty from all the covers you have on you, so maybe a morning shower is just better suited for the UK. I do want to point out, however, that if I do exercise in the day, I will shower then, and I will shower at night time too, so I will shower twice, so don't think like I'm disgusting or anything. The next thing is the word Now, this is considered a form of communication in Taiwan. You can be talking to someone like, 你要吃饭吗? 你要吃麦当劳吗? Then let's leave in about 10 minutes. So in English, this is just kind of a noise, but in Chinese, it actually has a Chinese character, which looks like this. And if you look it up in the dictionary, it's actually pronounced N. So I was really confused at first when I saw this in a text message, and I was like, N, and you don't pronounce it like that. If you're in the UK and you just keep saying it's kind of like impolite, and it's not very professional either, but in Taiwan it's kind of normal. The next thing is using emojis and stickers. Now this is quite normal in England, it's nothing like too crazy. However, in Taiwan, everybody even uses the messaging app in formal or business conversations, and within those business conversations, people will still use stickers and emojis, and this is just so strange to me. I remember when I first moved to Taiwan, the renting agent had added my contact details, and after I moved in, she started sending me messages with all these stickers and like these faces and crazy stuff going on. And I was thinking, this isn't very formal. Like, does she like me? Is she trying to like hit on me and send me all these like stickers with faces? And afterwards I found out it's just the way of communicating here, and just using stickers is an absolutely acceptable way of just saying things. And on that note, I've got a shameless plug. I do have my own stickers online which you can check out. If you go into the Line sticker shop and search James Wong Live and hit creators, you should see my stickers, and if you're interested you can buy them and support me. This one I actually do for my wife. It doesn't bother me too much, but it kind of bothers her, so I do it for her. When I get home, if I want to lie on the bed, I have to change into indoor clothes. Saying it out loud now, it sounds bizarre to me, but probably a lot of people watching this video are like, yeah, that's right, that's absolutely right. When you're outdoors, you've got all this outdoor dirt on you, you've got all like the dirt particles and whatnot, and then you come and lie on the bed, and this is the place where you sleep. I think it's very important to Taiwanese people that the place you sleep is very clean, because like showering at night and wearing fresh clothes. I can kind of get that now because Taiwan is a lot more dusty than it is in the UK. Like in the UK, you want to lie on top of your bed, that's fine. Take your shoes off, please. Don't put your shoes on the bed, that's just disgusting. Here, it's like you want to lie on the bed, you better put on your indoor shorts and t-shirts. Like you're not wearing those dirty outdoor clothes. Another thing that's changed is I eat noodles or rice for pretty much every single meal, almost every single day. I remember when I was in the UK, when I was a bit younger, I used to eat Chinese food quite often because my dad is from Hong Kong and he's also a chef. We used to eat it maybe like once or twice a week, and I remember people at school used to ask me, don't you get tired of eating rice or noodles or Chinese food? And my reply to them was, do you think people in China get tired of eating Chinese food? Like, it's just food. Like, do you British people, do you get tired of eating your mashed potatoes every day? I now avoid the sun. This is something that's happened slowly over time. In the UK, we probably get 1 or 2 days of actual good sunshine per year. So when that happens, everyone just goes outside and just tries to absorb as much vitamin D as possible. In Taiwan, it's sunny like every single day, if not like unbearably hot. To start off with, I enjoy this. You know, I was just soaking up the rays every day, but it does get really hot and uncomfortable and sweaty. As time has gone by, I've definitely stuck to the shadows a lot more than I used to. And not only that, because the sun can be quite damaging to your face and make you look old. So it's actually quite normal now when I'm riding my scooter and I have to stop at the traffic light, I'll actually find a spot where there's shade and wait in the shade. Or even if I'm walking and I'm waiting for the green man, I'll stand in the shade like where the lamppost and just try and get a bit of cover from the heat. There's also the stigma here that if you are suntan, if you are quite dark skinned from the sun, that means that you're not that well off, and probably because you work outdoors, you're an outdoor worker, so naturally being outdoors you'll get more sun and more tan. Whereas in the UK it's the complete opposite. If you've got a tan, that means you can afford to go to other countries. You can go to Spain or Greece or whatever, get some sun, get a bit of a tan on, you get back home and people will compliment you on looking a bit browner and having that bronze glow. So completely different standards depending on which part of the world you're in. I use my phone a lot now, like way more than I ever did in England, and I think that's just because when everyone else around you is doing it, you just do it as well. I noticed like when me and my wife went back to England and you're surrounded by people who aren't using their phone, people are reading books, reading newspapers, and my wife, who grew up in Taiwan her entire life, suddenly stopped using her phone so much as well. One thing I do now, which is super Asian, is drink hot water. This is just completely, if you told me 10 years ago I'm going to be drinking hot water, that's just the weirdest thing. Like, who actually does that? Some Asian people even think that hot water is like medicine. It fixes everything.
He's in pain because of his legs, right? Hot water relieves muscle cramps. You check this out, man.
However, I still do drink ice water, which Taiwanese people do not do at all. Which leads me to a quick list of things that are Taiwanese, which I don't do yet. I don't line up for anything, and Taiwanese people absolutely love lining up, even if it's for like the worst thing. As long as it's free or popular, Taiwanese people will line up. Not for me. I don't believe in superstitions. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't do any of that stuff that's very ingrained in Taiwanese culture. Not for me. Taiwanese people will use this wiggle thing when they're doing text messages, and it's kind of to soften the tone or to sound cheerful. I always forget to use it. I never use it. And the last two are karaoke, KTV, and hot pot. The perfect Taiwanese night out is going for a hot pot with your friends, eating hot pot, and then going singing at karaoke. And those two things are just not for me at all. I find it hard to get along with the principle that you have to pay money to cook your own food. Like when I'm hungry, I want to pay money and somebody bring my food to me. I don't want to sit there cooking my own stuff. And then after that, KTV, I can't sing. I like to sing, but I sound terrible. Taiwanese people will just stand up alone, not drunk, not consumed any alcohol, and just belt out like this Taiwanese love song about two people who are breaking up and blah blah blah. and they're so into it. I just feel so uncomfortable when I'm up there trying to sing and embarrassed. Yeah, not for me. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are a foreigner living in Taiwan, how has Taiwan changed you or your habits, or which habits haven't you changed? And if you are Taiwanese, what are things that a lot of Taiwanese people do that you don't particularly like to do or don't agree with? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoy the videos, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.